Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Naaman with the DC Branch Great Millstone. Back for another video. First and foremost, call Halal Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Dash. And once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. I'd like to send salutations out also to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of this earth while we're still trying to wake up the remaining hopeful elect. Alright, because as the prophecies have foretold, time is short, and it is short indeed if you're paying attention to the events going on around the world. Alright, so what we have here is this guy here, the Child Time podcast. Well, he be going in on these women, and you women have to understand that you have been set up. Sweet, I mean, it's done in such a way that you think that the so-called white man is empowering you, and because you got all these benefits here, and this, you have to understand these are benefits are privileges, and just like any privileges, they can be revoked anytime. In fact, that's what we all have, except for a select few. It's privileges. All right, but you women, you are going to find out the hard way with all this "I don't need a man" and blah 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 blah. And to show how hypocritical you are, as in the case of this video that I'm going to show, you spout all this bullshit out of your mouth, but when things get a little too rough, too tough, what do you say? So let's roll this video.
Welcome back to Child Time Pod. It's your host, Red. The idea today for modern dating here. She was shocked as 3 guys refused
drizzle,
to help
drizzle.
her. I thought you were strong and independent, don't need no man.
Yeah, I thought
Please
that.
like and subscribe down below. Really appreciate that.
Strong and independent.
You got robbed in front of 3 guys. They aren't even that close to you.
Shocked because 3 guys saw someone taking her belongings, but they didn't do anything. Based on her reaction, she believes that they were supposed to do something about it. They shouldn't let it happen.
I feel like as a lady, I should never have to open a door, pump my gas, or like anything like that. Especially if a man is present. A man? Any man, even if it's not mine.
Wow.
This is where she got it wrong.
Not even yours,
She is about to get a reality check, as this is not
Delusional.
how things work.
The tranny? I'll open the door for her. I love them.
As a man, I feel like I should never have to do my laundry and cook or clean.
How about that?
Especially when there's a woman around. Doesn't even have to be my woman. Get over yourself. She is right. I will gladly open a door for a lady. I don't mind holding the door for someone, but if you're not mine, I ain't paying for it. Holding the door is just a common courtesy for anyone.
It's called manners.
But anything other than that, I ain't doing, unless she's my lady. You better call your dad.
There you go.
If you want someone to do those things, at least make sure your man is by your side, as strangers are less likely to help when it comes to these matters because they also have things of their own to do. Most men don't mind helping people who actually need our support, not another able adult.
Yep.
Don't go to a gas station and expect a stranger to put gas for you because they probably won't do it if you display the characteristics of a person who is...
I mean, if you guys are just pumping random women's gas at a gas station, stop it. Stop being so thirsty.
capable of doing it yourself. And based on her statement, I wonder what she would say related to what men don't have to do when there are women around. I guess she would agree that they don't have to take care of their house or meals, and I know most men would appreciate this idea as it would make things easier for everyone.
The text reads, I got robbed in front of 3 guys and none of them helped.
Could be a reason for that?
That was not real.
Just means they weren't simps.
Bess is in town. Jeremiah.
No way, really?
Let's see that.
I wish I would be there. Then we would be 4 guys. You are strong and
I'll be there so we can be 5 guys.
independent. Why are you expecting them to do something you can do yourself?
Right?
It's not about her being a woman. It's just about being nice and doing the right thing. Why did she expect an average person on the street to be a superhero? Unless they had the required training, they shouldn't be expected to intervene just because they are man, and this is something most of them struggle to understand.
A lot of us do.
They won't try to be
That's
a
the
sense.
superhero just because someone is trying to do something like this. We are more likely to analyze the situation and, if possible, help, but since they didn't do it, it means that they felt it wasn't safe enough to do so, as it could make the situation worse, not only for themselves, but other people around. In this case, for example, they probably took her phone or something similar, and this is something that can easily be replaced. And as they didn't attempt to intervene, everyone is going home to their family.
Yep.
But we can also imagine another scenario. Imagine if they tried to help and someone got injured in the process. Now they would have to
Liability
deal with
issues.
some legal matters and many other things that could be avoided if they hadn't intervened.
Again, one of them could be in the ground.
Good Samaritan.
Besides
Yeah, right.
that point, I still don't understand why they think that being a man means that we need to play superheroes for everyone on the street. Did she really expect someone she had never seen before and probably will never see again to get themselves in a funny situation just because someone was taking an item from her? She knew this situation could have an ugly outcome, so I didn't understand why she thought they should place their piece on the line just to prevent her item from being stolen.
I mean, they also could have been just having a good time, smoking their hookah and eating, and not even paying attention. And they might not even fully notice what was going on until it was too late anyways. For you to be making this video and pointing them and shaming them for it, why? Why?
Next time she will come out with her boyfriend, and maybe he will do more than those strangers. Most men wouldn't mind help, but we are not obligated to do so, and we will only do it when we believe it's safe. Otherwise, we will just step back as they did.
What do you think the issue is with dating right now?
Ooh.
Listen to this.
Why?
Speak on that.
Literally just men.
What about men?
Just their pure existence.
This man
What
is
could they
like
do better?
waiting to fucking
Not
pounce.
exist.
So do you think you could survive without men?
Absolutely.
How long?
Probably longer than I would survive with men.
This video is a
Wow. She would survive longer without men than she would
Is that a
with
fact?
men,
Well,
even though she's been surviving this whole time.
we shall
And
see.
a lot of women have been surviving to old age this whole time.
clear example of one of the reasons fathers should stay in their children's lives. Her opinion would probably be a lot different if he had been present and given her the fatherly experience.
You know how to change a tire?
Yeah.
You know how to fix a drain?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Walk me through it if it's busted.
Get the long snake thing and twirl it in.
That's not a busted drain, that's a clogged drain.
Then I would just use a different sink.
Just proved your point. You just proved your point.
There's female plumbers.
Who do you think taught these plumbers how to
Oh boy.
Maybe the other female plumbers that existed before them. A plumbing textbook. A YouTube
Boy,
video.
oh boy, oh boy.
created by men?
Trial and error.
Sure.
She has no clue what she's talking about. Dad needs to be more present in their child's life.
See, this is why I am like so adamant about being in your child's life. I'm so adamant about losing a little bit of your own happiness to sacrifice to hopefully you don't produce that. I think it's worth it to not produce women and children and young men that think their thought processes are that like that. Try harder, guys, to be in your kids' lives. I'm not saying you guys aren't trying hard, but I can see a lot of you.
Let's look up. Let's see. What am I gonna do here? Let's see. Whoops. Oh boy, this is these. Oh man, see this false hedge that's done over you because of what this so-called white man. I'm talking about you Jake women. You know, women in general, but specifically you Jake women, because we're coming into a time now that everybody's seeing your bullshit, and as a result, nobody wants to be around you. All right, so so-called black woman, no one wants to deal with her, and that's your fault. You fell for the bullshit. It says delusional as an adjective of or pertaining to delusions. All right, let's go further into it. This says here, firm and fixed belief, all right, based on inadequate grounding. So you think you're equal to a man and all that. It says a delusion is a false fixed belief that is not amenable to change in light of conflicting evidence. As a pathology, it is distinct from a belief based on false or incomplete information, confabulation, dogma, illusion, hallucination, or some other misleading effects of perception. See, this society is built to where it makes people have become so comfortable because of technology and just the overall way this is set up, the laws, and they think that this is reality. No. No. It says, as individuals with those beliefs are able to change or readjust their beliefs upon reviewing the evidence. However, the distinction between a delusion and a strongly held idea is sometimes difficult to make and depends in part on the degree of conviction with which the belief is held, despite clear. All right, all this word salad is just simplified. All right, because that's what this devil does too. And let's see, let's get delusional. All right. Maintaining fixed false beliefs even when confronted with facts, usually as a result of mental illness. All right. It's not even so far mental illness, it's just that, all right, you've been, wait a minute, hold on. You've been so a lie. All right, let's, hold on. All right, not disorder, just plain old something that is falsely or delusively believed or propagated. Now, what's propagated? To cause continual increase, blah, 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 to pass along to offspring. Let's see, here it is. To foster growing knowledge of, familiarity with, or acceptance of something such as an idea or belief that men and women are equal. That a woman can do anything that a man can do. That's propagated in this society. All right. Wow. And you're coming to a time where it's going to get so bad that the rule of law is going to be non-existent. All right. That's why there's scriptures such as 1 Timothy 2nd chapter verses 11 and 12, Titus 2 and 5, what your role is, what your responsibility is, and that goes back to Genesis 3 and 16. All right, as a result of that, 1 Corinthians 14 and 34, 1 Peter 3, 1 through 6. All right, all these things are there for a reason. Let's get some of them. All right, because this all goes back, well, I don't know why I keep doing that. It's like it's a different system. I'm so used to go back between operating systems and, anyway, so let's go to the first one I mentioned, and that was 1 Timothy. Whoop, I said Timothy. All right. 2, 11 and 12, right? It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. And as a result of this nightmare that we're in, all right, where everything's turned upside down. We talked about this at camp. And then before that, on our pilgrims last week, everything is turned on its ass. All right. Isaiah 29 and 16, you know. Here's the other one I was talking about. Let's see. 1 Peter 3 and 6. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. And you see the stank attitudes. That's why I brought up, in particular, the so-called black woman. She is just out of order. You have managed to do to yourself, all right, you know, feminism, all right, that was one of your greatest mistakes, joining into something that had nothing to do with you. That was the so-called white woman having a beef with her man, the so-called white man. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. So that's another thing that's wrong with you women. You don't want it. Not only do you think you're equal, it goes beyond that. You think that you are over the man. And that's not, it's whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Now let's go, since I said that, let's just knock it out the park. Because as I mentioned, all right, this is 1 Corinthians 11. Let's start at the top. This is Paul. He says, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of the Mashiach Yahushua. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I believe them to, as I deliver them to you, Slakia. And here is the order, the hierarchy. Verse 3, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach Yahushua is the Most High Yahweh. Slakia. So there's your order. You women don't want to be in order. You like this chaos that is Western society, all right, that everybody is like, you know, because of that democracy that was spread all around. Everybody's tired of this shit. You know, they really are. So let's go back.
Try harder, guys, to be in your kids' lives. I'm not saying you guys aren't trying hard, but I can see a lot of you guys, it's just like how women think about it. Your own happiness and your own self-preservation is stronger than the preservation of your children.
The delusion is real, and the boyfriend was just standing and laughing. I don't know what she just said. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even know what she said. Imagine if she had a strong male figure in her life, especially a father. It would have given her another perspective related to this matter. And I know for sure that her mind wouldn't change even with this huge wave of content online trying to push them to do it all by themselves. But as she probably didn't have a male figure around, that space was empty, so it was easy for her to believe on the other side of the argument. She is unnecessarily trying to prove that it can be done all by themselves, not realizing that we need each other. She is also stumbling on it because this argument is pointless. But we shouldn't be surprised by her conviction when it comes to this matter, as she probably was told that taking that position is a sign of strength. They are unnecessarily making things harder for themselves by trying to do it all alone. But the choice is theirs. Things will get easier for them when they realize that we are here to support each other.
So, the thing to do is just stand back. Oh, you're strong and independent? Fine. Go ahead. But like I say, you got these simps that just ruined it, you know, for everybody.
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Who's the mechanic, you dumb idiots?
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Gotta do a double.
I'll just go to the mechanic.
Triple take.
And that mechanic is not a man? Common sense isn't common no more.
Nope.
Wonder if she ever realized what she said.
Nope.
Who's gonna tell her? I don't need a bus driver to drive the bus. I'll get on the bus. She is definitely confused. Why is this so difficult to understand? This is what happens when you decide to follow other people without thinking. She
Yep.
is following them, not realizing that this is a pointless argument, and that's why she is embarrassing herself by making that statement. She definitely didn't think through it before saying it. You can't make a claim that you don't need someone, but at the same time defend your claim by saying that if you need help, you will seek support from the same person you previously said that you don't need. I still don't know why they want to prove that they don't need men. This makes no sense, but for some reason, they still insist on it.
And someone had mentioned in something else I was looking at that we are the only group, our women are the only ones that still hold on to that I don't need a man. I'm strong and independent. Doing all that shit. Hey, whatever. Go ahead.
Things will be simpler for them from the moment they understand that we need each other.
Do anything a man can do it. I can do it better. But I don't want to. And it's not true. Like, have you seen those men on the oil rigs and they got that freaking pipe coming out? They were slinging that giant chain. You see these arms? You think I could do that?
Nope.
No. Baby, I'm not fending anybody off unless it's with my Glock. I can't. I literally can't. You have to even the playing field
least
with a weapon. Okay?
She's
and
honest.
I know there are some women that I can do it, but I don't want to. And I don't want to do everything a man can do because there are things women can do that men can't. You don't see them cry.
Yeah. We literally do not see us crying about
Like,
it.
very rarely do you see men saying,
Oh, shit. I could be wrong because technically the trans women are crying about it because they're turning themselves into women to get the women privileges. So.
I want to come and get pregnant. My husband's not coming home and telling me that. God made us different on purpose. And I'm starting to get real irritated that women are like, we can do anything. And now my daughter might be in the selective service. I don't want her to go out on the battlefield. I want masculinity to come back. And femininity to come back. I don't want that. We aren't the same. And that's okay. We're different, but equal.
She made a good point. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses, and it's pointless to try to convince ourselves that we can do everything perfectly alone, as it's not how it's supposed to be. And that's why the likelihood of getting it right...
Yeah, because you let this wicked, stupid, monumentally stupid piece of shit that's ruling this planet convince you otherwise. And when things get bad, and yeah, they will, it's a certainty, you're going to be left hanging. Because as we know now, these same pieces of shit that set up all this, everything's out of whack. They're having $1 billion plus or multi-million to $1 billion plus fucking shelters built because they know shit is gonna kick off. So these same people that set you up, they're not gonna be here to defend you. They're gonna sit back and watch, the chaos and what they consider safety, not knowing this is all set up. All right, and not for their benefit in the end. But who's gonna be holding the proverbial bag? All right. Micah 7:10 will come to pass, as well as Isaiah 4:1. All right.
Solo is slim to none. Certain things will be done better by women and others by men.
True.
So there is no need to try to prove a point.
If somebody wants me to go 50-50 with them, let me tell you right now, we're not living together. Like, we could be together, but I'm not living with you because that's not worth it.
That's even better for him. He's still paying for his own place. You're still paying your own place. What's the difference?
To me, I'm going to keep my place and you keep your place. I'm going to pay 100% of my bills and you can pay 100% of your bills because the sacrifices that I'm going to have to make to live with you, no, you need to be paying all the bills. I'm not doing it. Nope.
It sounds like a smart deal.
See? You
Now
see
she
the
needs to
difference?
find another person with the same mindset.
And the blatant misandry
Your
against men
so-called
is so
sister
sad.
is
These
gone.
young women that probably barely experience men in general all think this way about men and just think that they don't need us. Propaganda machine is really doing its
Exactly.
work. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'll give you next time.
Exactly. Which was propagated. All right. So, hey, when shit kick off, you know, hey, I'm going to do a lot of laughing. I'll tell you right now. Hey, so with that, I hope you, again, this is the Chow Time podcast that, you know, I was showing you here. He makes good videos. He be going in on these women, boy, I tell you. But, hey, once again, I hope whoever views this is edified as to what is going on. That's what we do here at Great Millstone. Filter everything through the scriptures. All right. And once again, I want to remind you of the power of prayer and fasting. All right. Coming up here on the 11th, just 2 days in a wake up, I guess. On the 11th at evening will be the Day of Atonement. And tomorrow, of course, will be the usual Sabbath. So, or Shabbat. All right. So, until next video, hey, shalom.